welcome to a broadcast of Jerusalem's Gate. I hope everybody's having a good morning. I came across an article yesterday evening, last night, and I wanted to get it out this morning. Before I get going in this article, this very interesting article and this is coming out of RT. It's amazing how Russia has come along and rebuilt since the fall of the old Russia, and how Putin has built it back up again. How they have almost zero debt, have very little debt as a nation. How they rebuilt their military and their naval fleet, and they have a foothold in the East now with their successful war against the Islamic State, and they're gathering allies together, close allies. And the United States had superiority after World War II, and we were known as the human rights protector of the world. Well, quickly after 9/11, or around the 9/11 era, you started seeing our country, and even President Obama came out and said this, that our country started experimenting with some human rights violations, torture, for lack of better terms, and there's nothing else to call it, to be honest with you. And since then, you started seeing a deterioration, and we've had trouble ever since then. And how our country has been turning over the last few decades, turning away from God, and passing all these very strange laws, and giving rights to evil more than good, and throwing God out the country by throwing him out of prayer in school, and having the abortion Holocaust going on and stuff. Well, now you see Russia under Putin totally come on the scene, remodernized army and naval, and they got a foothold in the East and been very successful with the Islamic State fighting against them. And they're gathering allies, and what I'm trying to say is I see a race now to in the next decade to counterbalance the global superpower and the regional superpower like Iran, building up their forces, and to counterbalance the superiority of Israel. And let's go ahead and read the article. The title reads, U.S., quote, global strike, end quote, concept a direct threat, nuclear arms a good deterrent, Russian naval doctrine. And the article reads, the quest for global domination in the world's oceans, as well as a global strike concept of the U.S. and its allies, puts international stability at risk and poses a direct military threat to Russia, the country's new naval doctrine states. Moscow's demonstration that it is prepared to use force, including non-strategic nuclear weaponry, is an efficient way to deter this threat, the document says. One of the main challenges faced by Russia is the, quote, strive for a number of states, mainly the U.S. and its allies, for domination in the world ocean, including the Arctic region, as well as for establishing overwhelming superiority of their naval forces, end quote. According to, quote, the state policy of the Russian Federation in the field of naval activities for the period up to 2030, end quote, as ratified by the decree of the President of Russia on Thursday. So, we have to start remodernize our army, and get back to being leaders of human rights protectors of the world, because there's nations that would love to have that position. And you're starting to see now, watch for the next decade, a repositioning or a fight to repositioning global superpower and regional superpowers. They have a foothold in the East now, and they're very successful at it. Against the Islamic State, which had to be fought against. The Islamic State is definitely a world horror. But I'll go ahead and close with that. We wish you all the best, guys and girls. We're thinking of you, and we'll be back with the next broadcast. God be with each and every one of y'all. Amen. Bye-bye.